This is why you shouldn't trust no girl. And look, I want y'all to learn from me. Now, this ain't all girls. There are really good girls out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. But a lot of girls, like 60 to 80%, don't trust them, bro. So I had this
Literally.
one girl I was really cool with, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everything good. Out of nowhere, just like that, I get ghosted. No message, no nothing, no communication, nothing.
So what happened here? What happened is she was an alpha widow, right? She had male friends in quotes on the side, and then when one of those quote unquote male friends decided that he wanted his previous side piece back, she immediately jumps onto him because of course like he's a better option. So why not? And she has no loyalty to this guy, so ghost. That's 2022, guys.
Nothing. So I'm sitting here just like, I bet. Couple months go by, you know what I'm saying? I get a message, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's good? And in my mind, I'm like, what happened?
I know what happened. What happened is it didn't work out with Chad, and so now she's turning around and she wants to be back with her, with Beta Billy, right? Because they had 8 weeks of bedroom fun, and then after the 8 weeks of bedroom fun, well, it didn't work out, and now she wants back to a safety net. That's what happened. Don't be the safety net, guys. We're not out here like giving girls this the free safety net, right? Whenever they want, they can be with us, and if they don't want, they can ping pong in and out of our lives whenever they want. No, 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 guys, have more self respect than that.
Bro, old girl got a whole boyfriend and I don't even know about it. So I'm over here saying like, I'm doing all this and you got a whole boyfriend that you was in a relationship and now
Wait, wait, wait. So he was the Chad. He was the guy on the side, and she just dropped him just casually because the boyfriend found out. Even worse. Ridiculous. Like, you see, guys, this is 2022. Rules for thee and not for me. You can't cheat, but I can do whatever I want. I can have Instagram, I can have Snapchat, I can have all my male options, I can have male friends, I can go on girls' night out, And if you call me out on it, well, you're an insecure loser. Yeah, okay. Ridiculous.
now since he treats you like trash, now you want to come back to me? You want to come back to me after what he did to you? Like what? So this is what I be telling y'all, bro.
Ridiculous.
A lot of girls be talking about how they hate this toxic stuff, but then they can have a good dude and then get in a whole nother relationship with.
Yeah, that's right. Hypergamy doesn't care, right? And then they later on, when it doesn't work out, who's making the TikTok to complain about that guy? I mean, there you go, right? The girl is making the TikTok to complain about the guy. So that's 2022 dating, guys. That's where we're at right now. That's
With the terrible dude and try to come back to you like everything good. Like what? Bro,
literally.
if you ever deal with a girl, bro, I'm telling you, if she always talks about her ex, right? Or she
Yep.
always in some type of toxic situation,
Yep.
leave, bruh.
Yep.
Leave, bruh. If you just
Yep. If she keeps talking about her ex, it means she's not over her ex. If she's not over her ex, what's gonna happen? She's gonna have her ex's rocket inside her very soon. It might not be next week, it might not be next month, but it will be soon. If she's mentioning the ex constantly. And when she does, guess who's gonna get ghosted? Not the ex. And it's really funny because these girls, right, they complain like, oh, my ex was so toxic. He was so terrible. But in whose bed does she jump when the guy is free, right? Who does she choose to be in a 5-year relationship with? Who does she marry? Who does she have children with? You see what I'm saying, guys?
trying to smash and that's it, cool. But if you vibing with a girl, you really feeling the girl, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Make sure she supports your dreams. Make
Yes.
sure she holds you down, bro.
Right.
I mean, make sure no matter what time it is, bro, you need something, she got you, bro.
That's
The
right.
girls that always be making excuses saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, guess what? They gonna do it with somebody else. I promise you, bro.
Literally. That's exactly right. If she's not giving you her best, it means she gave her best to some other guy, and you're second best. And because you're second best, you don't deserve that treatment. Because only the best gets that treatment. You see, guys? So we're not out here giving relationships to girls that see us as second best. If you're not best, you're not there. It's very simple. And if her behavior is terrible, I mean, it's not going to get better as time goes on. It's going to get worse. Hello and welcome to heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. All right, let's continue here.
I promise you, bro. I promise you. They're going to do it with somebody else. They're
Indeed.
going to do it with somebody else. A lot of girls say they want something, right? They say they want something. They say men don't listen. We don't listen, right?
But they actively choose the men that don't listen. They sleep with those men. They have children with those men. Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. It's like, it's so insanely ridiculous that I can't even explain.
You know why we don't listen? It's because we don't listen to words. We listen to actions, bro. I don't care. I can hear 1,000 girls talk about how they want a good dude to spoil her. I ain't hearing none of that, because guess what? I know action-wise, y'all ain't going for that, bro.
That's right. You don't listen to their words, you listen to their actions. Obviously. Like, yeah, because these girls are lying. They're out here lying about the truth, right? And the truth is that they want Chad, and they're going to go sleep with Chad. And once they've slept with 20 Chads, then when they're 28 plus, then they're going to, they'll say to you, oh, I've had my fun, I'm ready to settle down, I need a good man now. And where have all the good men gone? And meanwhile, she has cats, boxed wine, she has an end count of like 50 plus, she's miserable, she's alone, she's tired, she's not youthful anymore, she's sad, she's got lots of tattoos, dyed hair, etc., doing illicit substances, taking her antidepressants. Could have prevented the whole problem at 18 years old, but no. We gotta sleep with 50 Chads. Like, it's a disaster, guys.
I know what y'all going for. Actions speak louder than words.
Literally.
Like I said, this ain't all the girls, but a lot of girls act like
A lot.
this. Don't trust these girls out here, bro. Stay on your grind, stay on your purpose, and
Indeed.
focus on yourself, bro, until you got a good girl that's gonna hold you down and uplift you.
Right.
Forget everything else.
True. Very good, Wade.
If you're a gamer and you don't stand for trans rights, then you're not a real gamer.
Oh my god. Okay, like, can't we just enjoy our video games? Like, what? Like, what?
The logic in that,
Literally.
fucking impeccable. Phenomenal.
Impeccable.
I fucking hate this generation.
This generation is a little bit of a disaster. Yeah. You can't go enjoy your games. You have to be a literal political activist, right? Or else you're not a real gamer. Like this is what these girls say to virtue signal, guys. Like, they don't even believe it. Like, a lot of them. They're just saying it because they think that it sounds good. They think that, they're going to go on their TikTok and get a million comments. Oh, yeah, you're such a great girl. You're so nice. You're so great. You're so awesome. You're so fantastic. You're so right. You go, queen. You go, girl. Like, it's just like where are we right now? Like, just an utterly ridiculous quasi-dystopian society, literally.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. Right. So this is the reference to the Rocky movies, right? Where, like, the point is this: don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Do it today. The workout that you do, even if it's crappy, it's better than nothing, and it builds up slowly over time. So even if you do the worst workout in the world, it's a workout that most people didn't do. You see what I'm saying? So that's my attitude on it anyway. Okay. Okay. Too spicy for YouTube. One sec. We're going to skip this. Skipping.
Music. Look at the people that you've been around. I mean, you know, you're discovered by Drake. I mean, you had all this stuff. I mean, oh, by the way, you're 38. I'm sorry. Oops.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot. Oops. Guess what? Oh, yes. Nobody wanted you on your level, no matter how much money, how much you had, how much all of this, how much of all of that. And now look at you. The best you can do was this guy.
That's it. And you can see her expression. But here's the idea, guys. This is how hypergamy works, right? So the girls, as they get more money, as they get a better job, as they get a better career, as they get better educated, as they get, as they go up in the marketplace, they want a guy who's better always, because that's how hypergamy works. So if the girl herself is extremely rich, extremely popular, extremely famous, she's going to want a guy who's even more popular, even more rich, even more famous than herself. And the likelihood of ever finding that is like utterly impossible, right? And so the most rich, the most successful, quote unquote, women end up alone and miserable because they cannot find a man on their level in their eyes. And this is why, this is one of the reasons why womanism is destructive for women, because it actually goes against their own nature. It teaches them to be the very men that they wanted to be with, as opposed to being what they were supposed to be. And there you go, right? Okay, let's go on to the article by Rollo Tomasi here. Relational equity. So again, just look up Rollo Tomasi, Rational Male, if you want to read more. Godfather of the Red Pill, required reading for all men. Here you go. When I started it on the Hypergamy Doesn't Care post, I knew it was going to come off as unavoidably deterministic rant about the evils of hypergamy. The post was born out of all the efforts I've repeatedly read men relate to me when they say how unbelievable their breakups were, as if all of the investment, emotional, physical, financial, familial will be rationally appreciated as a buffer against hypergamy. The reason for their shock and disbelief is that their mental state originates in the assumption that women are perfectly rational agents and should take all of their efforts, all of their personal strengths, all of their involvement in their women's lives into account before trading up to a better prospective male. There is a prevailing belief that all of their merits, if sufficient, should be proof against her hypergamous considerations. I think many men believe this. For men, this is a logically sound idea. All of that investment adds up to their concept of relationship equity. So it's partially jarring for men to consider that all of their equity becomes effectively worthless to a woman presented with a sufficiently better prospect as per the dictates of her hypergamy. Basically, if she gets a guy who's better than you enough, she'll branch swing immediately with no remorse. That isn't to say that women don't take that equity into account when determining whether to trade up if they're single, but their operative point of origin is always hypergamy. Women obviously can control their hypergamic impulses in favor of fidelity, just as men can, and do keep their bedroom fun appetites in check, but always know that it isn't relationship equity she's rationally considering in that moment of decision. This dynamic is exactly the reason the surrogate boyfriend, the perfect nice guy orbiter who's invested so much into identifying with his target, gets so enraged when his dream girl opts for the hot asshole jerk. She's not making a logical decision based upon his invested relationship equity. Quite the opposite. She's empirically proving for him that his equity is worthless by rewarding the hot jerk, who's essentially given no equity with her bedroom fun and intimacy. He doesn't understand that hypergamy doesn't care about relationship equity. This is a really rough truth for guys to swallow, because knowing how hypergamy works necessarily devalues their concept of relational equity with the woman they've committed to or considered commitment with. Men's concept of relational equity stems from a mindset that accepts negotiated desire as a valid means of relationship security. This is precisely why most couples counseling fails. Its operative origin begins from the misconception that genuine desire can be negotiated indefinitely. And you can't negotiate genuine desire. So again, just go to The Rational Male if you want to read more. But again, this is required reading for all men. All right, let's continue.
And we know you don't respect him because he ain't nobody.
Literally.
Usually, I mean, I'm not being honest. What does he do? What does Kenneth Petty do? Outside of what we know him for, that conviction in the 90s. I'm not even trying to bring... What does he
Compared
do?
to Nicki, nothing.
Like, if you go, who is Nicki Minaj's husband's Kenneth Petty?
Who?
An increasing number of Western men are looking for potential wives abroad. Why
Literally.
is that? Well, let's listen to a fresh perspective from a European woman about this.
There's also this big Western men or foreign men moving to Thailand to date, to get wives, etc. And as a Western woman, what's your...
Started noticing actually the differences between the Asian women and the Western women, and I started to like compare both of them, and why would that be that the Western men are going to Thailand to well, what I decided is that it's the women in Western world, they are so pushing for their rights and the manly woman that they forget to be women.
Literally. So I don't know if you've heard this concept of passport men, but literally there's in the West, these men, they get their passports, right? And they move away. Because why would you stay in the West when you could get a better girl elsewhere, right? You can get a feminine girl who's submissive, cooperative, bedroom fun, loyal, and not annoying, right? Like, again, the West can be described as the women becoming the very men that they're attracted to, right? Like, and that doesn't work because men aren't attracted to that. So, there you go.
Yo, ladies, if you got a good husband, a good man, hold on tight. Another woman will take your husband. They'll take him. There's women in here right now with stolen husbands.
Literally.
You know who you are. You're like, that bitch was slipping. That's right, hold tight. Another woman will take your man.
And here's why Chris Rock is saying that another woman will take your man. Because women are hypergamous. They marry up. So what that means is by design, necessarily there's less men who are marriageable than women that are marriageable. And so the competition for a marriageable man is very high, right? And if even in a relationship, if the girl slips, if she's being bad, right, the guy can be easily tempted to another girl. Actually, Rollo Tomasi, the way that he puts it is very funny. He says, you got to pet the dog to keep it on the porch. Right? So if the wife is being disrespectful, annoying, belligerent, argumentative, dominant, domineering, controlling, A-word, etc., then what's going to happen is the guy is literally, he's going to pull away and be pulled away by another girl. There's only one problem with this, right? And the problem is the following. The marriage laws right now, basically, if the guy does leave, like if he decides to leave because of bad behavior, what happens? Loses children, loses half his stuff, gets the children turned against him, loses full custody, etc. Whereas women can fully switch partners without remorse and get all the benefits. So right now the laws don't allow this dynamic to happen, but this I'm sure in the in older societies was a real thing, right? A real worry of wives, and one of the very real reasons why they stayed in line. I believe that.
Fellas, you don't gotta really worry about that. Nobody's taking your wife. Oh, don't get me wrong. They'll fuck your wife. Oh, they'll fuck her good.
Literally.
They'll fuck her better than you. But they're not gonna take her.
That's right. Yeah. And in fact, this is why so many relationships in 2022 are doomed to failure, because the girl will actively accept another guy to sleep with her, and then that guy is the alpha and not you. And because that guy is the alpha and not you, well, guess what? Now she's not attracted to you. You are the beta in her eyes, and so she's not going to sleep with you properly. That's the sad reality of the situation. Okay, let's go on to our fake Tinder profile here. This is, again, these are fake. You can just Google these, but there's a lot to be learned even from the fake ones. This is Caitlin, who's 21. She has a W tattooed on both of her bum cheeks so that when she bends over, it says wow. And the second line says she's a man-eater. So again, guys, if the girl is obviously like advertising herself like this, recreational use only. But there's more. Look at the age. So I'm sure after a bunch of these, fake Tinder profiles, you get it, right? there's a correlation between how much they're advertising themselves to Chad and their age, right? If they're 18 to 23, basically every profile is advertising themselves to Chad in some kind of bedroom fun sense. 25 plus, I want a good man, I want a nice guy, I've had my fun, I'm ready to settle down. Like, it's unmistakable after seeing a bunch of these Tinder profiles. Look it up for yourself. Just literally correlate the comments, like the comment box in the Tinder profile to the age, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, back to the compilation here. Back to Chris Rock.
There's no guy going, yeah, I want her to yell at me the way she yells at him.
Disgusting. True.
I want to live in a house with no pictures of my mother. Or they'll fuck her, and then they'll return her.
Literally.
I believe this is yours. Bitch had me feeling bad about myself.
It's funny, but it's not funny. This is the state of marriage in 2022, right? Like, where the guy being henpecked or being treated like shit by the wife is the norm, right? Because what is the cultural narrative of the West, right? The cultural narrative of the West is women are sugar spice and everything nice. Men are incompetent idiots that can't do anything. Look at Peter Griffin. Look at Homer Simpson. Look at, Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, etc. Just think about any of these like TV shows, modern TV shows, and how men are portrayed, and tell me that isn't the cultural trend of the day. It is. It's doubtless that that's the trend.
Why do I dress like a whore?
No one cares. Check out this fish I caught, guys.
Literally. Again, guys, we're not out here giving these girls free attention for dressing up and giving them free validation. Like, if the girl is not... So here's something. Here's a tip for you, okay? If you ask the girl to meet up and she refuses within the 2 days of when you sent the message, and she keeps giving you the runaround, she's not interested in you. She just wants the validation from the text. And if she just wants the validation from the text, she's a time waster. There's no need for you to be with her. So just so you know, guys, that is the reality that we're living in. So again, we're not out here giving away our attention, our validation, our commitment for free. We give it to girls that have earned it. And when I say earned, I mean consistent long-term behavior that's good for 6 to 8 months. When I say consistent long-term good behavior, I mean fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, and bedroom fun loyal for 6 to 8 months before showing any boyfriend-type behaviors. Like, we're not out here giving away that stuff for free, because if you do, you're gonna have a very bad time.
I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there are some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned. But it always goes back to that old adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Literally. That's accurate. There will always be something. Like, again, guys, if we're banning language, if we're banning the ability of people to say what they believe, then what happens is basically the culture trends in a direction where free speech is banned. Basically, we become like some societies in the East that I won't mention because, again, it's too spicy for YouTube. But basically, the idea is that in those societies, you can't just say whatever you want. In fact, you might end up disappearing if you do. And that's the worry about, barring free speech. Because if you do, that is the ultimate consequence.
Peter
Lloyd. No, that's just obnoxious.
Peter
Sorry,
Lloyd
you have
to...
And the girls both go nuts.
I think we'll let you carry on this
That is
discussion.
ridiculous. Oh, sorry.
That's amazing. Oh, man. All right. Cool. Let's see this relationship advice post. My partner is a bedroom fun therapist, but our personal relationship is a low priority. Already, I see a red flag. They call their wife or husband partner. That means they're a womanist, right? He, 45 male, is funny, gregarious, and we share the same values. I, 35 female, broke off my polyamorous engagements last year to move in with him. We've been dating since 2018. He is a bedroom fun and relationship therapist, and I'm a software engineer. So what's the point here? Look, already so many red flags. Partner, first of all, polyamorous girl, like recreational use only. Why are you moving in together with a girl like this? Over the course of the year, he's successfully dried up my previously sopping little things. He's rarely initiated bedroom fun, has turned me down, has said he's nervous about me gaining weight and looking like my unattractive mother, and he stopped returning my flirty texts. For instance, I sent him a nude and he left me on scene until dinner that night when I said, "Did you see the pic I sent?" And he said, "Yes." Didn't I reply? "No," and I explained that it was painful and he brushed it off. Later he told me he'd use this as an example for a couple he was working with who had the same problem and it helped the guy understand give and take, but still didn't apologize to me or come up with a plan to do better. Since then I haven't sent a flirty text or nude 10 months, and I used to date 5 people who all exchanged flirty texts including myself. It makes me sad to withdraw my feminine energy, but I need to protect myself. So the guy has mentioned you're gaining weight, you're looking like your mother, like what more do you need to hear, right? Like, if you're not taking care of yourself, the guy's not going to be attracted to you. Sorry, it's not his fault. To top it off, he has to win every fight. He's the type that will cut you off, says your name over and over again, but if you cut him off, it's daggers. And if you wait too long to speak, it's also daggers. I haven't once walked away from a fight feeling like it was healthy, and I've dated a lot of people. I know how to fight fair. But can I really know how to fight fair when a doctor of relationships is telling me that I'm the problem? It's a real stick in the mud for our exchanges. I've never felt him soften and try to salvage, only assert that he's right and that I'm crazy. My ringtone on his phone is literally crazy. Right, so who does the girl choose to live with, to have bedroom fun with, to send flirty messages with, etc.? Who does she choose? She chooses the toxic, rich therapist, right? Who treats her like dirt. Like, that's all you need to know. I feel as though I've withdrawn entirely from the romantic aspect of this relationship, and I want to get it back because it's very important to me, but I'm unsure how to make headway with a partner who's supposed to be pro-relationships. It's really tricky to assert my needs. He's the type to tangent on an incorrect adjective word. Just recently said, "I was disappointed you didn't come home for dinner when I was expecting you to," and instead of coming up with a plan for the low-key communication problem, it turned into a high-key problem and talked about how I shouldn't ever use the word disappointed because it's not helpful and it's triggering. So once again, we ended up in an argument talking about his needs. All advice is helpful. How do you assert your needs with a successful bedroom fun therapist who has a low sex drive, is not romantic, doesn't believe in the 5 love languages, and doesn't flirt? Fit, feminine, cooperative, bedroom fun, submissive, and loyal. How many of those are you doing? If you're not doing those, I don't know what to tell you. And for the therapist guy, why is he with a 35-year-old? That's what I want to know. That's my question. It's a disaster here. Okay, let's see the top comment. I'm just curious. 223 upvotes. Being a successful therapist involves serious and constant self-examination about your own flaws and worldview. You cannot be a good therapist without self-reflection and introspection. This man clearly does not have healthy relationship patterns. What I see here is you trying to approach this from a healthy relationship standpoint, because, again, it's femme-centric, by communicating and fighting fair, femme-centric. He is not doing that. He's making no effort to communicate in a healthy way with you and is also not listening or fighting fair with you. You need to be with someone who is on the same page as you in how they communicate in relationships. So basically they're saying, you go queen, he should be talking how you want, not the other way around. He does not seem to have the ability for introspection and self-awareness. Probably not. That's probably a lie. It's very hard to be in a relationship with someone who's unable to look inward, as we all have our flaws and shortcomings. You need someone who's willing to look inward and put effort into meeting your needs in the relationship. Also, please do not think all therapists are like this. They're not. On an unrelated side note, please don't ever say, etc. Okay, so guys, again, it's utterly ridiculous. Look at the guy that she's chosen. He's probably physically attractive and she's letting herself go, and then she's upset that they're arguing. Anyway, we're going to end the video there. Thank you so much for listening, guys. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. Again, guys, thank you so much for listening, especially if you took the time out of your busy day to listen to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time.